Oh, and happy Sunday to everybody. Come on in. I am Katie Steinley, founder of Discover Your Design, and I am here to provide you with this week's energy update and some aligning biofeedback recalibration so that you can be in the flow, you can be aligned, and your week will just move that much smoother and that much easier, right? So, thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing this work because as you high vibe and up level yourself, you affect everybody that you come into contact with. And so, my mantra for 2022, I said this last week, is be the change that you want to see in the world. And with that said, let's get into the details so you can know what that change is going to look like this week. We always look at the energy through the lens of human design. That's my specialty. And I had mentioned last week how, we have broken it down to where we can look at our genetic code in an energetic sense. We each have our own unique voice, right? And with that, it carries a unique vibration that is not like anybody else's voice out there. And same with our energy. And so when you really become more aware of how your energy is designed to work, you can kind of create that alignment so that you can get into that flow state and accomplish what you are here to accomplish. We are all here with the potential to do amazing things. So let's just focus on kind of getting that set up and happening for you. So with that said, we always look, when I talk about the energy, I look basically at the major influencing planets, just to keep it short and sweet. I look at the sun and the earth because those are the ones that are going to be influencing us the most, obviously. And when you think of the sun and you think of what the sun's energy does is, it shines light on a particular area of your life. And as it transits through these different aspects of energy and, energetic transmission, it kind of creates a background frequency that as it transits these different gates, it puts a spotlight on that energy in your life, if you will. So by becoming aware of what it's doing, you can, like I said, kind of focus your energy in a similar fashion and get that support, that energetic support from the universe. With the choices that you make every day. And as we know, our choices that we're making today are going to determine how our tomorrow goes. So, this stuff goes deep, and it can really be life changing if you let it, and if you just lean into the curiosity of it all. So we have the sun. The sun just transited, just moved into the 60th gate. And it will be there for pretty much this week, about 5 to 6 days in each gate. And this is highlighting it's the gate of limitation, but I don't want you to think of limitation in the negative way that we usually associate it with. This is all about knowing your personal boundaries, knowing life's boundaries, because once you can settle into that, then you know what you're dealing with, right? You know where, how far you can move this way before you, kind of hit a wall, or, how far you can move in any direction. For example, like, a big boundary that we have to accept is that none of us are getting out here alive. Like, life has a beginning and an end point, on this earth plane, right? So, starting to look at in your life, like instead of focusing on like what's not working for you, it's really good when you can kind of get a grasp of, hey, these are the things that are working for me. I know like how far I can push this. I know where I can go with that. and focus and channel your energy on moving that forward, right? And creating and innovating from that place. And this gate is also called difficulty in the beginning, because whenever we start something new. We've been talking these last couple of weeks about, a lot of energy for growth and expansion, and creation of new opportunities in our life. But when you start something new, you do have to kind of assess it, right? And you do have to figure out, okay, where's my goal? Where's my limitations? What area do I have to work within? And so, when you are creating from that place of, starting something new, you do have to organize into structure in the beginning, right? It can be challenging in the beginning to kind of get your thoughts clear and straight and, put some energy behind it and get it moving. And so just know that that's what is going to be highlighted in your week in the next 5 to 6 days. So take advantage of that, because that is this is a very powerful gate. This is a gate that formats a lot. If it's activated in your unique genetic code, it is really a gate of a major initiating gate of any change, of any mutation, when you start to look at things on a scientific level. And so, keep in mind, I just want to, I can't stress this enough, because there's so much demand for this type of energy right now. So build something that is so compelling and is so beautiful that like people just naturally want to join you, naturally want to be a part of it, instead of, we've gotten into this this space of, we're so busy forcing our energy outward, trying to convince others of, where we stand, what our opinions are, hitting resistance when they don't see things the way that we see them, and trying to, shift them, instead of focusing on ourselves, right? And what we can do and what we can control. And let me tell you, when you start creating some, cool stuff that your heart's really behind, you're going to get people that are going to naturally, just with ease and grace, come and be like, man, I want whatever you're doing. I want a piece of that. So we also look at the earth, because the earth helps us understand how we're going to be taking this energy, the teacher energy that's going to be illuminated in our life this week, how we're going to ground that in. And the earth is in the 56th gate. And I love this energy. I love, like, just me personally, like anybody, I don't have it personally activated in my design, but when I connect with anybody that does, I just really, really enjoy it, because it is the gate of the wanderer, the seeker, just like following your heart and just where are your passions taking you? This energy is connected with our throat center, and we go back to the voice. It's like when you follow what people tell you should be doing with your life, right? And you're speaking from that place. They can pick that up, scientifically, versus, somebody that's speaking from, a very authentic, genuine place. And what is more authentic and genuine than when you have life experiences and you share that, right? You're just coming from a place with, hey, you know what? I tried that once, what you're thinking about, and this is how it went for me. People love that. It's the most powerful, inspirational way that we can, activate each other, and that we can inspire each other, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Like, remember when you were a little kid and your grandparents used to tell you stories about, oh, when I was, when I was your age, this is what it looked like for me. And I would just be so enthralled because, that's real life, and it's somebody that and you learn from that, right? You can learn from other people's experiences. And really the true experiences are when you are following something that you are naturally just seeking out, wondering about, trying, following your passions, just trying it and seeing what happens. And when you think about history and you think about, like all of the great lessons, like history itself has really been passed on, right? By stories and us going to school, and we read the history books of, this is what happened in this particular time. These are the stories of that time. And so again, like when you're coming from a genuine, authentic place, chances are you're going to end up finding some really interesting life experiences. And even if they're not, they're your experiences, right? They make up who you are. They make up your voice. So share that. And just something I thought of as I was like, getting ready to getting the frequencies together, like a story, is I broke my toe. I don't know what it is about me and toes. I swear I've probably broken like 4 or 5 toes throughout my lifetime. I don't know. Can anybody relate? But I broke my toe, I don't know, like a week or two ago. And my daughter and I said we went out for brunch last week. And I'm like, well, I can't walk. Can you just, like I'll just go across the street. There was like a cool little store, and I'll wait for you. You can swing, 'cause she parked kind of a couple blocks away, swing the car around, right? And then I'll come out. And so I go into the store, and turns out I find this cool, amazing necklace that is just it's just P, letter P, which for anybody that knows me knows I lost my precious beloved love of my life son, Parker. I'm coming up on the 2-year anniversary date, like in a week, and it has been the hardest. You talk about life experience. Whew, this one has been by far, and I've been through some stuff. It challenges me every day, every minute of every day. And for me to find this, it was just so precious. And if I hadn't been limited, right, by my broken toe where I couldn't walk, so I had to basically just buy time, I would have never found this beautiful necklace. And I'm sharing that with you so you can kind of put what I'm saying into, like real terms. So anyways, share your stories this week, make some stories this week, right? And we are in a time that seems like, it's greatly limiting, very, very, rigid, what's happening right now. And so what can you do within that, to make it as beautiful and, make your experience as happy as possible, and to create change so that as we are deconstructing a lot of stuff, everything we're starting to look at and going, does that work? No. Oh, wow, that's way too limiting. That was, working 30 years ago, but not working anymore. Well, okay, now's our opportunity, right? To build it up, to make it better, and to make it more, current with the times. So, okay, let's get into the fun part, the biofeedback frequencies. We're just going to take a couple minutes, do a quick little meditation, because the more that you are relaxed and you go into a space of just openness, the more that these frequencies are going to be able to, get in and harmonize and align within your own energy field. We all have our unique voice. We all have our unique energy field. So with that said, why don't you go ahead and start to sit back. If you can, put your feet on the ground, or just any way you can, if at all possible, to connect in with the earth, because that's going to, help us ground in this energy, and to go deeper, and close your eyes and just start to take some nice, deep, letting go breaths, focusing on that exhale, trying to make that longer than your inhale, turning your focus inward, turning your focus into your heart space, Our heart is the most powerful, energetic structure in our bodies. And again, the more you can get aligned with your heart and the powerful energy behind it, the more you will create a state of flow for yourself. And as we do, we're going to just focus on that beautiful light that is in our heart, that unique heartbeat that belongs only to us, that infinite spark of connection and creativity and energy that gets us up every day, that allows us to breathe and take life in and put ourselves out into the world. Really see that beautiful spark of light within your heart coming alive, expanding outward, radiating out in 360 degrees in all directions, expanding out, feeling safe. This is a safe space to allow yourself to just be and to just receive. And on this next exhale, start to bring that beautiful light that is unique to you down your torso, moving through and out your feet into the earth. Just like roots of a tree, just feel that beautiful electric magnetic current from the earth that is always there, that is always grounding you in, supporting you, holding you, keeping you stable and nourishing you, just like it does to everything that grows on this planet. Really start to take that in as you just effortlessly feel that electromagnetic pull taking you down deeper and deeper into the core, the crystallized quartz core of the earth. And just like the crystallized quartz that we have in all of our computers holds vast information, so does the earth. And just take a moment to ground in any intentions you have for this week. Plant the seeds of what you want to create this week, of what your heart is passionate about doing. Plant at least one seed to try something new and different. Bring some vitality into your life and know that you are supported in this way. And on this next inhale, start to bring that beautiful energy back up through that column of light you've created, feeling it move back into your physical being and radiating out into your auric field, filling up the room now as you continue to move that beautiful essence of you up and out the crown of your head. And feel it shooting past the moon, past the sun, past all of the planets in our galaxy, until you are breaking through that invisible barrier of all that you are consciously aware of, moving into the subconscious space where ultimate possibility, unlimited hope lie, where the electric pulse and charge that creates everything is a superconscious source, creation, God, whatever you want to call this space. Feel yourself embracing it. Feel yourself coming online with that energy that allows you to bring that imagination and that creative spark into your world again, so that you can find out what you are passionate about, what moves you, instead of living your life for everybody and everything else. And bring that energy back down through that column of light you've created. Bring it back into your heart space, moving down into the earth. And just sit back and open up and receive these tones. ahead and take a nice long deep breath, just letting those subtle shifts really settle deep into your being, and know that the work is being done. These biofeedback frequencies, they've been created by a doctor that specializes in, the right frequencies. And, I could go on and list, all of these different, the solfeggio tones you might be familiar with. You see a lot of times, like on YouTube, the different hertz frequencies that they know now can affect our brainwave state. They can activate different things within us. They can heal us. And back in the day, you used to have to go into a doctor's office and have this huge machine and get hooked up to all these wires and whatnot to be able to do the biofeedback. But we now, through doctors and computer geniuses, have been able to bring that into format that I was lucky enough to be able to stumble upon, and now have gotten well versed in, and I can offer it to you and offer it to my clients. So I hope that this helps you. If you like it, please subscribe. Please share this out with anybody that could benefit from this healing, because that's how we're gonna create change, is to just lift each other up, right? And start to bring community back and support each other and love each other. And that's what I am all about, and I am here to do. So thank you for doing it with me, doing the work, and enjoy the effects. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. If anybody wants to go deeper with unlocking the true essence of who you are, and getting clearer on your why and your how, and all of that, I will leave the links for how to connect with me personally and below. And with that said, I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you this time next week. Bye for now.